VigilanteWilliamson here with a statement. Multiple things can be true at once. The Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes, thus to this point, has had a Hall of Fame career, and he is currently having a bad statistical year. All three statements are true. They can be true. They don't negate one another. Thus, Patrick Mahomes can be criticized for his bad statistical year, even though he's already a Hall of Fame quarterback and his team hasn't lost yet, and that the team that he plays on is the best team. He still can be criticized. It is not the end of the world. And there's still a valid criticism. And it has been true of other Hall of Fame quarterbacks and will always be true because, yes, sports are rigged, obviously, duh, welcome to the party, but they're also human beings. We put something on human beings that are high profile as if they're not human beings. I don't know why, because we say no Diddy every time we say something sus now. It should clue at some point that human beings are human beings. He can have a down statistical year, and you can talk about him having a down statistical year. It's been true of other quarterbacks. Like I said, Brett Favre, he's been in the news for a lot of things regarding his health and legal stuff. That's not for this conversation. He definitely had years where the Green Bay Packers, or even with Minnesota, they have a good team. The Minnesota year, his numbers were pretty good. And even though he had a good year, I think it was last year, it was really about the rest of that team. They had Adrian Peterson, Jared Allen. They had a good team around him. But he had years with the Packers where he threw 15-plus picks. Maybe had good yardage, but threw a lot of picks. And the team was good enough to get into the playoffs. And he was hurting the team a little bit. But they still have enough talent to get into the playoffs. And after he had already established himself as a Hall of Fame player. Peyton Manning, he won a championship like that with the Broncos. He kind of took, what was the guy, Brock Osweiler? Something like that. He had played a lot of games. They probably could have kept him in, but in any event, he won a Super Bowl. Ironically, all those statistical years, he didn't win, which is something Patrick has done. You know, he's put up good stats and won. But Peyton Manning, he had a year where he wasn't good. He had all these health issues. And because of Von Miller, because of that defense, they were good enough to win a championship, staying in Denver. Even John Elway, the great John Elway, granted his numbers were still pretty solid. You know, make no mistake, he was still a threat. I mean, he didn't always have the best accuracy numbers. I know it's for the era pretty good, but if you look at him now, it's not that good. And, you know, he didn't start winning until he had a good running game when he had Terrell Davis. He game managed a lot of games. He did his thing. And I don't know why game manager is such a negative term. There's something about this era, man. Like, you can't be any, like, yeah, it's okay to have a basis as a game manager that does more. Like, you know what I mean? Or like a running quarterback that does more. That happens. Like, or like, you know, a shooter. Like, is Steph Curry a shooter? Yes, obviously. You know what I'm saying? He has other attributes, but yes, his base attribute is a shooter. So it's okay for a quarterback to be a game manager at times. Because honestly, that's what Patrick Mahomes is doing right now. He's game managing. He's game managing, and he's having bad statistics. But he is a previously established Hall of Fame quarterback. He's had some of the best quarterbacking, maybe the best quarterbacking stretch of all time, all things considered, and even just statistically is up there with Dan Marino's and other type quarterbacks who put up great numbers. His stretch of play thus far from his career is as good as anyone's, just statistically. And then when you add the Super Bowl appearances and Super Bowl wins and everything, it's overwhelming. That doesn't mean he's not fucking up now, though. It doesn't mean that his team isn't good enough to overcome it and that he won't get better. If he gets better throughout the year, it can still be said that those first few games, his play was not up to par. It's okay. And it's not the end of the world that it's said. Shit. The fucking internet has made us all idiots, man. Myself included, and especially, I'm not just blaming y'all. But we get so caught up on things, and then we lose our ability to think critically. Like I said, multiple things are true, but instead of recognizing that, oh, you said this, that means that. You don't like Patrick Mahomes, you're a hater. Oh, you're glazing him. Good Lord. Everyone has to, I'm sure, glaze Mahomes more. I know that's in the comments already. By just talking. By just saying things. You know what I mean? We get so argumentative. We have the spirit of argumentativeness and disagreement over everything nowadays. And so much so we don't even look at other perspectives. It's clear that multiple things are currently true. So to end this video, we went 6 minutes of ranting. Multiple things are true. The Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the NFL currently. Patrick Mahomes has had a Hall of Fame career, and he is currently having a bad year. So I said that at the beginning. I'm saying it at the end. You tell me what you think. I know you already have, because y'all don't even watch the video. I think I put good QB question mark. He's obviously a good QB. He's one of the best of all time. I'm talking about this year. And if you listen to the video, you would understand that. You understand him having a bad year doesn't take away from how great he's been. So, all right. Tell me again. Hit edit and recontextualize your comment. All right. Bye.